Director Kate from Please Beverages, your team who are present here, ministry officials, media personnel, ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor to be here this morning to receive these items. And in this room, I can see few very happy people, and these are our IT team. They have been doing a lot of work in terms of identifying schools that need IT technologies, and they have been visiting each and every school to understand whether that school has electricity or not, whether they have internet or not, and if they do have internet, whether the speed is good or not, and if we do provide technologies, can it be connected through through electricity, etc., etc. So they've done a lot of analysis from one district to another district, understanding schools that are in urban area, remote area, maritime area. So we have a lot of information on hand. So we'll know exactly how we're going to distribute these tablets and which schools will be given these tablets. We are in the midst of transforming education, which is a very big agenda. We strongly believe that for decades, education system has remained static, unlike other sectors that moved with time, but education somehow or the other did not do the same. And we are trying to teach our children in 21st century, which is ridden with a lot of challenges, whether it's climate crisis, whether it's COVID pandemic, or we can also relate to geopolitical tensions that's occurring around the world. And on top of that, we have all these technologies. And more than the adults, I'm not saying adults don't use it, but children are tech savvy. And no matter where I go, when I speak to the teachers, they tell us that during COVID-19, the students were able to teach them different programs as to how they can roll out teaching. They taught them how to use Zoom, they taught them how to use Moodle, and therefore it becomes very important for ministry to make sure that all teaching and learning takes place through digital tools. We can no longer rely on our traditional methods because our children have changed over a period of time. And we have to ensure that learning is fun. If we can use these digital tools to make it lively for the students by allowing them to use game-based learning and other programs that can be installed in these devices, then the children will be a lot more interested in coming to school and they will own learning. Currently, the learning is more teacher-centric than student-centric. And we want to make students responsible for their learning. And such digital tools will help them. These tablets that we see in front of us, we will certainly try and use it for online and offline learning. And my team knows exactly what they're going to do and what kind of information they will place in these tablets before it is given out to the schools. But thank you very much, Kate, for providing these tablets. And I only hope that a lot more companies come forward as part of their corporate social responsibility and assist ministry in providing a tablet or a laptop or a computer to each and every child. That is our vision, and we are working towards that. We know that each and every school, they have a computer lab and they have set of computers in the lab for students to use. But it is done in such a way that there is just one period in a week for a group of students to enter the lab to use that computer. And we want to move away from that. That's why I was talking about dismantling computer labs. Because a computer needs to be used for each and every subject. It's no longer just computer science. And teachers need to use computers. They need to use all these digital technologies to teach the students. And students should have either tablets or they can have laptops in the classroom. So we are encouraging schools to at least buy 30 laptops, which any teacher can borrow for any lesson, and they can book for that particular lesson. We are also encouraging schools to purchase smart TV where they can use USB drive to teach in a classroom if they cannot afford to buy a tablet for each and every child. So there are many ways of using technologies. It's just a matter of making teachers aware of how they can do it. And we have appointed our manager e-learning, and he is the driver for this change. Recently, in the last revised budget, the government gave, I think, more than $100,000, if I'm not mistaken, and we are setting up a classroom in Dalanamasi Primary School to show to our heads of schools what a future classroom should look like. How should it look like? So that they know that in this day and age they can buy modern furniture for a classroom. They can also buy all this digital technology and what the digital technology can do in teaching and learning. So this is just to motivate our heads of schools. We have personally visited so many schools, and we know that there are certain schools where the head of school, when they are excited and motivated about technology, they adopt and they try and roll out technology in school. But those heads of schools who are not aware of it, they're a bit laid back and they don't invest the money in technology. They simply feel that yes, we've got a computer lab, we've got a set of computers, and that's enough. So we're trying to change the mindset here. And to train our teachers, we have entered into an agreement with College of Learning. It is an intergovernmental organization based in Canada, and it comes under Commonwealth countries. Commonwealth countries established this body, and Commonwealth of Learning is going to help in designing programs to make our teachers digital fluent, and also to encourage them to use various open resources that are found currently and incorporate that in their teaching and learning. So we're trying to work in every sector, in every facet, so that in a holistic manner we'll be able to push technologies in our school system. So with these words, thank you very much, Kate, for the kind donation. And as I said earlier on, we look forward to more companies coming forward in whichever way they can to help us digitize our classroom. Vinaka.
Honourable Minister, thank you for hosting us here this morning. I'll keep it very brief. We have been working on this project with a very generous philanthropist in Australia who actually is one of our staff, because it was something that we all felt was going to be great benefit to the children of Fiji. Obviously, information technology is an ever-changing paradigm that we all have to keep pace with, and I hope in some very small way this assists the children of Fiji in their educational pursuits and assists the Ministry with rolling out some of their programs, which we've been talking about this morning. So it's our very great pleasure to try and assist as much as we can. Part of the other area that we do a lot of work in with our company in terms of education is we support children in our local community, being the Namosi Sarua region, with scholarships for school. Now, education is free, but many families do struggle with boarding fees, boarding items that children need when they go boarding, and secondly, some families need assistance with very basic items like shoes and bags and uniforms, etc. So that's another area we work in, and it's particularly focused in our local community. And we do actually benchmark students who succeed. So we look for students who are doing very well at school and have good attendance and are showing good academic progress. But education is so vitally important to us all. It's very important to manufacturers like us because obviously we employ people and we need skilled, educated people in our businesses, as does the whole economy. So it's our very great pleasure to be here, and thank you for hosting us, and I hope the program is assisted by this small donation. Thank you.